Can we get a moment of silence for Ange Postecoglou, man? He's officially been sacked after dropping some of the craziest quotes all year saying, hey, my second season I always win something. It wasn't enough. This man has officially been sacked after finishing 5th and then 17th. But he's got Tottenham a European trophy. And honestly, he can't be too mad about that because that's going to get him a new job. Honestly, if he didn't win that Europa League final, there is a big chance this lad was not going to get a big time job like he had with Tottenham anytime soon. He might have to go back to Scotland, the way it was looking like. But this is a great opportunity for Tottenham, I'm not going to lie, because Thomas Frank is genuinely a perfect candidate for Tottenham because Tottenham aren't big spenders, and he's worked with nothing but non-big spenders. So he's going to go to Tottenham, and with the talent he already has there, he's going to be able to get the best out of them and develop. And honestly, he's going to bring in a couple transfer targets of his own, but it won't cost too much because he is a great manager when it comes to talent ID. Look at Mbeumo, look at Wisa, look at Ivan Toney. These are guys that didn't really cost a lot, but got sold for a lot. So, to me, Thomas Frank to Tottenham, it's a match made in heaven. Now, for me, as a fan of a team that's in the Big Six that was used to getting, the easy 6 points against Tottenham, it's a red flag. But Thomas Frank is a great opportunity for both Tottenham and himself because Brentford have also said they're not going to stand in the way of letting him go. They're going to wish him the best. They're grateful what he's done. He's promoted them and he's obviously kept them competitive in the Premier League, making them finish, a couple times in the top half of the Premier League table. So they're more than happy with what he's done and he's going to be a club legend for Brentford. Now, him going to Tottenham is an opportunity for him to prove himself to other big clubs that he has what it takes to be able to take a position with pressure. And obviously Tottenham, there's going to be more pressure than there is at Brentford. If he could succeed there, then definitely teams like Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, for example, will be looking at him the next time they need a manager. If he can have some success, the same way Pochettino got looked upon big clubs like PSG, when they saw him out of a job because he had so much success with Tottenham. Now, Thomas Frank, this is a great opportunity for him. More money, more exposure, and more of an opportunity to be able to show what he has and that he is going to be able to perform with a bigger club than Brentford. Now, Tottenham, on the other hand, they don't have to spend too much, and they're definitely going to get an improvement from 17th place with Thomas Frank. His time in the Premier League, if you check here in his history, he's not finished below, 17th or below. His worst season was 16, and Tottenham are at the moment finished at 17th. First year in the Premier League, 13th place. That's pretty good, coming from a team that hadn't been in the Premier League in a minute. Then 9th place, obviously, then you sell a couple of players, you lose key players. 16th place, then you replace them, develop other talent, and then 10th place. So this guy, if you give him enough time, I could definitely see Thomas Frank turn around Tottenham and have him in the upper half of the Premier League table next season. I believe if Tottenham finish top 8, it's a successful year, or even just top 10 considering they're in the Champions League. And as well, Thomas Frank will be in the Champions League for the first time in his career, so it's a great opportunity to see how he ends up being able to manage both league and, Champions League. So, to me, this is a match made in heaven. I feel like Tottenham are going to go from 17th to easily upper half of the table, and if they get to the round of 16 of the Champions League, then this is going to be a successful Champions League campaign for Thomas Frank, considering he's inheriting a 17th place team, and that's coincidentally in the Champions League. So, genuinely, teams like Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool City, the bigger clubs looking at Tottenham getting this manager, I believe it's going to show a little bit of concern because you're going from a weak team that couldn't handle Brighton at home, to getting in a manager who caused his trouble with Brentford. With Brentford, he's caused trouble to Arsenal, he's caused trouble to Chelsea, Manchester City, Liverpool. They have caused trouble, and that manager is now going to be Tottenham's manager. If I were Tottenham, this is why it was a great thing getting rid of Ange, because this guy is right there for the takings. Liverpool has their manager, City have their manager, Arsenal have their manager. It looks like Chelsea kind of have their manager. United are backing their own manager. So it's a perfect opportunity for both Thomas Frank to get a bigger club and Tottenham to be able to, succeed in the league table once again like they did with Pochettino. So this guy could serve as a Pochettino type manager. But anyways, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Do you believe Thomas Frank is the right man for Tottenham, or do you think someone else is? But anyways, thank you guys for watching.